Oh, wow.
That's-
The planning is Dabang 4 debut next year.
he can't hit the ball. He can't hit sixes. What's the point of playing T20 if he can't hit sixes? Hello and welcome to a new episode of Silly Point. So the test series is done. Looking forward to the T20 now between England and Pakistan. Can Pakistan bounce back and restore some pride after losing out on the test series? G and Uzi here with us. And as always, please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel and let us know if there are any future topics that you'd like to discuss. So let's go straight into it. This is probably the format that Pakistan you would consider to be more favorites, at least compared to the test series, given recent performances. So we'll just have a quick chat about the predicted 11s and who we think is going to win the series. So let's start off with Pakistan. Maybe let's do a quick preview actually. Pakistan, I think they've got on paper, a stronger squad compared to the test team just by virtue of the fact that Asad Shafiq is not in the squad.
Too much trolling of Shafiq.
And two poor performances. I think it's still not enough. But I think it's going to be a good series. England obviously with a completely new squad, but also they have some game practice. They played a series against Ireland, so they have some games under their belt.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a good series to watch. Hopefully Pakistan can come back, and hopefully the weather can stay away, and we can have complete games.
Right. Just a quick question: is Josh Butler playing for the T20?
No. So they've kept the test bubble and the T20 or ODI bubble separate. So no Butler, no Root.
Slightly changes my prediction, right? I remember.
Well, they have Johnny Bairstow, Jason Roy. Why don't we just actually move into the predicted 11s for England maybe?
Sure. England, I mean, really can't look beyond Johnny Bairstow and Jason Roy opening the batting.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty straightforward. Then at number 3,
Vince is not in the squad, right?
James Vince is not in the squad, so that maybe opens up the door for someone like David Malan, who's actually got a pretty good T20 international record. I think he's averaging over 40, which is really good, and strike rate of 150. So
yeah, but it's also like poor opposition bias as well, right? But yeah.
Well, no, he's scored some runs against Australia.
Yeah, but actually he's played pretty decent in like the franchises as well in the league, T20 league. So yeah, probably him at 3, Morgan 4.
Morgan 4, done. Sam Billings at 5.
Yeah.
And Tom Banton at 6.
Yeah, he played well in the last ODI, right? So I think he'll probably keep his place.
Yeah. And we can I think Johnny Bairstow will keep, so.
Yeah.
And then 7 is 7. I mean, it's a toss up between maybe someone like Moeen Ali and Lewis Gregory. Lewis Gregory is a relatively new player, but he's done pretty well in the T20 Blast over the last couple of years. So he's got his chance in the squad now.
Or all-rounder?
He's an all-rounder. He's a medium pace bowler.
But I mean, what's his name? Moeen Ali is vice captain, right? So he probably will play.
Oh, is he vice captain? Oh, yes, he is. I forgot about that. So yeah, Moeen. My bad. Moeen Ali at 7 then goes without saying.
Moeen Ali at 7. Chris Jordan.
I would say David Willey at 8 and Adil Rashid at 9. I think those two guys will definitely play.
Yeah.
And then you've got 10 and 11. You've got 2 options.
Tom Curran.
Sorry.
Tom Curran.
I don't know. It's a throw up between Tom Curran, Chris Jordan, and you've got Saqib Mahmood.
I think Chris Jordan's quite good. I remember him from PSL. Like he can bowl those Yorkers really well. So T20 makes it good.
I would agree that probably Chris Jordan gets his chance. Obviously, he was injured for the Ireland series, so he dropped out. But yeah, I think he's come back and he'll probably get his place. And then after that, it's a toss up between Tom Curran and Saqib Mahmood. Okay. Saqib Mahmood is a young bowler.
Yeah, on the Ireland.
Yeah,
19, 20 years old and he bowls quick. So. One of them. And the other thing I should mention is Joe Denley's in the squad as well. But again, humble request to the management, please don't play him. If he plays, if he plays, then he's probably going to bat 5-6. So he will play in place of
Sam Billings,
Tom Banton or Sam Billings. But I hope that
not for T20, yeah.
Not for T20.
No.
You never know. They might drop David Malan and play Denley at 3.
No.
England.
Not for T20.
Hope not.
Maybe if they won the series 2-0, they might in the last match, but
Okay, let's
Anyways,
move on to Pakistan.
let's move on to Pakistan. I think opening pretty easy, Fakhr and Babar.
Babar Azam, yes.
Middle order is interesting, right? So number 3, do they go with the old guard of Hafeez, Malik, or do they try Haider Ali?
Yeah,
I would go with Haider.
Give someone young a chance. So I see I think Haider Ali getting a chance. Is he number 3?
Haider Ali at 3.
He's number 3, yeah. He batted number 3, so I think Haider Ali at number 3 sounds good.
Then Malik at 4, probably they will still keep one of them either.
Yeah, I think one of Hafeez or Malik at 4. Malik I would go with.
I would go with Malik as well, given his performances in T20 leagues all over the world. He's got that experience and he can bowl his
Ahmed at 5?
spinners.
Yeah, Ifti at 5.
Iftikhar Ahmed at 5.
Rizwan at 6 or Shadab at 6?
Rizwan at 6.
Rizwan at 6.
Shadab 7.
Shadab at 7.
Imad Wasim at 8.
Imad Wasim 8 probably, yeah.
Then
Mohammad Amir
9.
Wahab Riaz
10. Hasnain.
Shaheen.
And
no, they can't have 3 left arm. No, Shaheen has to play.
Yeah, then probably Shaheen. So either Shaheen or Wahab and Hasnain mistake.
Yeah.
Actually, no, we're missing out Haris Rauf. I think they should give a debut to Haris Rauf, given he did pretty well in the BBL last year. He took a lot.
Yeah, but he was really bad in the Bangladesh T20 series against Bangladesh. So I don't know.
Yeah. It depends. He's playing a lot of warm-up games, right? So it depends on who's bowling what.
I would say Amir for sure.
Amir and Shaheen for sure.
Yeah. Sorry, I would say Amir and Shaheen for sure, and then one between Wahab and Hasnain or Rauf.
Yeah,
whoever they want to go with. And obviously there's a spare batsman Khushdil Shah in the squad. So if Malik or Haider Ali don't perform in 1 or 2 games, then there's a chance.
Or Iftikhar, yeah.
So I think on paper, Pakistan teams look stronger just on the basis of obviously England is not playing some of the key players because they got to separate England Test and ODIs, Test and T20.
I mean,
you put Butler and Stokes in this team and it's completely different. So.
You put Butler, Stokes, Archer, Wood.
Exactly.
That's a different ball game altogether. I think England's, as has always been the case, I think England's bowling is pretty weak. So that's something that the Pakistan team can take advantage of. But on the flip side, also the Pakistani bowlers, when they're opening the bowling, they need to be very careful bowling to Johnny Bairstow and Jason Roy. So I think that is where the matches will be won and lost. You know, if Pakistan batsmen can put a lot of pressure on the England bowlers, I think they'll crumble. And on the flip side, if obviously Bairstow and Roy get going, then God help.
I think they'll probably open with Amir and Imad Wasim, right? Unka jo Imad Wasim se open karte hain, so that
I mean, hands down, Pakistan has got the better bowling attack, like stronger spin attack, stronger pace attack, probably more all-round options as well.
Yeah, and I think Pakistan I would say decent batting with Babar Azam, Fakhar Zaman, Malik. They are decent T20. Babar Azam obviously.
Yeah, but I think obviously England's big 3 is the thing. Right? Morgan and the 2 openers are the big advantage. But overall, I think they're slightly inexperienced apart from that. So Pakistan can probably get into them.
And the other thing is Pakistan, which I T20 team पिछले 2 महीने से बैठी हुई है. I think they play आपस में रोज. I think
they'll be eager to get out.
So I think they must be really looking forward to some actual time. So just I think I feel like वो मुझे दिखा रहे थे in last test match as well, like when they called off games at 6 p.m. वो T20 games पीछे चल रहे थे. They were playing until 7. So I think they're really looking forward to some cricket. So I'm expecting some good cricket from Pakistan and looking forward to them winning the series.
So on that note, let's move on to predictions then.
So for me, it's 2-1 to Pakistan. They like to make things interesting. So I see Pakistan winning the first game, England second, and then Pakistan coming back to win the last one. 2-1 to
Pakistan. Tough one for me. I think both teams are pretty evenly matched. Pakistan's recent record in T20s has been pretty bad. Ever since Misbah took over as coach, the T20 international side was the one that was doing well, and then as soon as he took over as coach, bang baj gayi. So I'm going to go with 1-1. I think one of the T20s probably going to be rained out, or there might be a draw or something like that. So I'm going to go with a neutral 1-1. First, I'm going to say first one probably rained out. Second one will be won by England and third one by Pakistan. So
Yeah, there's some
Okay.
rain for Manchester.
I'm going to stick my neck out here. I'm going to say 3-0 to Pakistan.
Oh wow! After the test
I,
series?
no, I think the passion and the boys are they're so pumped up for the T20s. So I think they'll be ready up for it. And yeah, I think it's going to be a good series. I think it'll be 3 close matches. But I think England are slightly inexperienced, especially their bowling is with Tom Curran and Sakib and stuff. They're not not the first choice 11.
But I wouldn't call them inexperienced. I would probably call them, skill-wise, not as good as some of the guys from the test team. David Willey's played a lot of games. Moeen Ali, Adil Rashid, all these guys have played lots of games.
Yeah, but I mean Sakib Mahmood, Tom Curran.
Yeah, that's one bowler. Even Chris Jordan has played so many games.
Yeah.
So I think it's a little bit of England's lower middle order. So Banton, Billings, and then that one medium pacer who Pakistan can really target. I think Moeen Ali, Adil Rashid, and David Willey. They're very good bowlers.
The more balanced attack, but obviously,
I agree.
It all depends on their mood, right? How raw and based.
I mean, Shadab and Imad are like towards the top end of the T20 international rankings for bowlers. So, skill-wise, skill and talent-wise, Moeen and Adil are nowhere near them. So.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be a good series by Pakistan for me. I'm going to win. But let us know in the comments who you think is going to win and what your predictions are. And do you think anybody else in either of the teams deserve a chance to start?
Sarfaraz Ahmed. Forgot about him. No. Or is he going to be carrying water?
Probably. Although
carrying drinks.
The planning is Dabang for debut next year.
I think he's planning for an alternate career now after his advanced performances in the Test series. Yeah. Especially I would never have Sarfaraz in the T20. I mean, maybe if Rizwan is not fit, maybe he can play in the Test matches. But he can't hit the ball. He can't hit sixes. What's the point of playing T20 if he can't?
I'll just put it out there, right? And you can shoot me down. It's an out of the box idea. Why not get Sarfaraz Ahmed to open in place of Fakhar? Drop Fakhar because Fakhar's recent form hasn't been great, no matter the format. Yeah. So maybe open with Sarfaraz and Babar.
Not in T20s, mate. Like the thing is, like you need to get going. Like if Sarfaraz gets going, he can give you easily 100 runs in the first 8 or 9 overs, right? And
you mean Fakhar, yeah.
England ki bowling lineup is not that great. So trust me, Fakhar will score big in one of the games. He will score a 50 or like 25.
Uzi, we'll check that. We'll have a end of series discussion and we'll check that. Yeah, come on, Sarfaraz's sweeps of the medium pacers. That's incredible to watch.
If he's opening, he won't be getting medium paces. He'll be getting Chris Jordan and stuff who bowl like 85-90 miles an hour, right? So
nahin yaar, Jordan and David Willey are like 130 miles. No,
Jordan is quick, man.
130 miles, 130
Jordan
medium
is
fast.
Jordan is medium fast, exactly. Jordan is equivalent of Anderson, speed-wise.
But I would not have Sarfaraz as opener in T20.
Anyways, it's an out-of-the-box thing. You never know with Misbah.
I could do something different, like Iftikhar Ahmed or one of those guys opening because they're young and they obviously can hit the ball. Yeah. Because you need in T20, especially up the order, you need someone who can hit sixes, right? Like Sarfaraz or pura ghuma bhi de walla wo ball chakke pe nahi jati.
But it is also about Sarfaraz has a different skill set. He can hit areas in unorthodox positions.
No, but Babar can do that role anyway. He can bat through and get those singles early on. Fakhar can hit.
Is more of that classy, like playing proper cricket shots, giving you.
Babar ka to chhod hi do. He can score at a strike rate of 150. He can score at a strike rate of 100. So he's equivalent to Virat in T20s. Wo bhi Virat can do the same thing and Babar can do the same
thing. Rankings would suggest he's better than him, but anyways.
Rankings ka kya karna hai? Wo to rankings, I feel James Anderson is the best test bowler we have, but he's 8th in the rankings, so that doesn't matter.
Which is fair. Like he is definitely 8th. He's not the best, like outside of England.
Yeah. I think 8 is fine for him.
He hasn't played in the last cup. He hasn't played consistently in the last 1 or 2 years because of injuries, which is why he's dropped out. So that's why the other guys have.
Anyways, I think we need to have another episode on James Anderson. And for those who haven't voted yet, check out our Instagram and vote if you think James Anderson is the GOAT, the Test fast bowling GOAT.
Yeah, these guys are taking 600 wickets to be a very light achievement. So
no, it's not light at all. But it's just like if you play like 200 Test matches or 156 Test matches, you will get there. And he's a good, like no denying that he's a great fast bowler. But there's a difference between great and the best of all times. and he's probably like top 10 of all time. And obviously, the amount of cricket.
I'm not talking all time. I'm saying currently in Test matches currently.
You've got younger players like I feel Rabada or like Pat Cummins, even Jasprit Bumrah. Those are probably more kind of
Yeah, Jasprit Bumrah is the opposite of Anderson. Jasprit Bumrah hasn't played a single Test match at home. He's only played Test matches away from home. So
he's playing in 9 countries, and this guy's playing in 1 country. So I would pick a guy who can play in 9 or 8 countries rather than play well in 1 country.
Yeah, anyways, we can have a separate discussion on him.
Yeah, that's a discussion for another day. But yeah, let us know your thoughts as well. What do you think? Can Pakistan come back and pull it off this time? Or will they panic and joke again and lose another series? So thanks for watching. As always, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.